This video, the importance of implementing CAASPP and ELPAC accessibility resources, Voices from Educators, is brought to you by the California Department of Education. Understanding what students know and can do is essential to making good decisions about student learning, which is why California state assessments offer accessibility resources ensuring all students have equal access to assessment. For the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, or CAASPP, and English Language Proficiency Assessments for California, or ELPAC, these include universal tools available to all students, designated supports available to some students who have an identified need, and accommodations available to specific students with needs documented in an Individualized Education Program, or IEP, or a 504 plan. We spoke to California educators to learn more about the importance of implementing accessibility resources for assessments.
My name is Erin Gordon. I'm the Director of Assessment Services for San Diego Unified. When we have students who have a need and we can match that with the available accessibility resources, it gives that student access. But for us as educators, it gives us a more accurate measure of what they know and what they can do. It's a truer reflection of that student's knowledge and skills.
As part of our mission to provide a world-class education for all students, we want to remove barriers so that all students have equal access to quality instruction and assessment.
We want all students to have equity and access to learn. And so when we talk about assessment, effective assessment, and the appropriate accessibility resources, that's a powerful tool to advance equity.
So I'm Veronica Maxwell. I am the principal at Burbank Elementary School in San Diego Unified School District. When my teachers found out that they were indeed able to use these accessibility supports for all of their students, they were very happy. They were excited to find out that now, not just their students with IEPs, but all of their students were able to access the supports that they needed.
My name is Sam Avalos. I'm a 5th grade teacher at Burbank Elementary School. Yeah, when our new principal came in, she actually told us about this. We were not aware, and so it was like a life-changing moment for us, really, because we thought that this was only available for special day students, and when she told us, no, this is available for any student, we were really excited about it.
I do feel that last year was the first year we really utilized these, and our scores increased significantly. Part of the reason was that they were able to use and practice having these resources available to them during the assessment.
These are available resources, and there is no penalty. It's giving students access without interfering with what's being measured.
Ensuring that students have appropriate accessibility resources is a journey that requires awareness and educator support through professional development.
I'm Heather Potter. I'm the principal at Knox Middle School in San Diego.
And I'm Brandon Balo. I'm an ed specialist also at Knox Middle School.
As we transition to CAASPP testing over the years, our district has a wonderful assessment department, and they provided professional development for all administrators and testing coordinators. So through those learning experiences, we were able to learn more about the resources ourselves. And as we did that, we were able to guide our teams back at our school site into teaching them so that they were able to really understand what was available for our students. So I believe the professional development that we received was very important in getting started.
So we take our participants in our training through this entire journey, and we cover those 3 main topics. What's available, and then what can we do to determine what's going to be effective and appropriate for different students, and then finally, how do we collect that, and what kind of process can we put in place so that we can get the information into TOMS and before the Summit of Assessment.
In addition to supporting teachers, students need opportunities to understand and use accessibility resources such as color contrast, masking, and strike-through.
It's been very important for my students to have the ability to give us feedback and choose the supports that work best for them. We didn't go into this just assigning at random where everybody was going to get the text-to-speech or everybody was going to get the color contrast. We really had time to really think about it ahead of time and then let our students also let us know, did that work for you? Did that not work for you?
For our students, it was also very important for them to take the practice test, because with the practice test online, they are able to sample some of the resources that are available for them, and students are able to then give input, having seen it in a different kind of environment before we actually take the real test.
The first steps to getting started are having committed leadership and obtaining the facts and information related to accessibility resources.
My name is Eileen Moreno, and I am the principal of Edison Elementary in San Diego Unified School District. I got started with this process by doing a lot of reading, but I felt that it was important for me to be very, very knowledgeable about how the accessibility resources work and how they could help our students. I watched videos on our district website, I watched videos on the CAASPP website, and so I basically made it my job to be as knowledgeable as I could about the accessibility resources so that I can properly explain them to my teachers and then also answer any questions they might have.
A principal is key in implementing the accessibility resources. They play a significant role in this process. It's the principal who's going to set the stage. They're the instructional leader. They're leading their staff. They're the ones who can carve out time in the schedule so that their teachers can sit, they can learn, they can collaborate, identify the needs of the students and match those with the available resources. So all of this is really important work, and the principal is the one that can make this happen at their school sites.
Also being very helpful is the time given to us at school and helping prepare and get ready and collaborate with each other in order to go over some of those ICEP pages and figuring out what we can do to provide better resources for our students.
It's important for students to have these resources because they shouldn't be hindered by the design of a test. We need to make sure that we are supporting them by using any supports that won't negatively impact the results. Technology has made it possible to offer supports that were never available before. So if the supports are there and they're going to positively impact the results, why not use them?
You can learn more about student accessibility resources and test settings by visiting CAASPP.org and ELPAC.org. Special thanks to the educators from the San Diego Unified School District.